Hey guys, it's Miss Dawn here to talk to you about expository essays. At this point, you should be pretty familiar with expository paragraphs by now. Expository essays have a lot of the same structure and information, but it is multiple paragraphs on the same idea instead of just one. So let's first start by setting up a T-chart on your page that looks like the one in front of you. On the left-hand side, we're going to go over the ABCDEFs of an essay. These are the steps that you take to write an essay. So in this video, I will go over what each step entails, and I will also give you an example of that step for a prompt. Okay, so on the left, we have the big ideas. Middle, tell me mores. I'll give you the information about what those things are and mean, and on the right, I will give you an example. So take a minute, pause the video if you need to, and set up your T-chart. I'm pausing. Okay, now tell me more. So the first thing that we do when we get a prompt is analyze the prompt. Analyzing the prompt, A, is to decide what are the key words in the prompt that must be used in the essay. And here's for an example. So this is the prompt that we're going to use as an example today. In an expository paragraph, explain the theme of sneezing. No, the theme of Harry Potter. I like to use Harry Potter because I know a lot about it. Okay, so to establish what the key words are of this, I would want to go through and underline or highlight the words that are key, that need to be used. Okay, so some key words are theme. That's a key word there. Oops, wrong. The theme, the word theme. Okay, Harry Potter. Okay, we need to bold that, right? Because we need to talk about theme of Harry Potter. Okay, those are really the main keywords in this prompt. And we can kind of move on to the brainstorm section. When we brainstorm, which is B, A-B, we come up with ideas. With lots of ideas. All the possible ideas that you could think of. Okay? Don't limit yourself. Come up with lots of different ideas. You can use circle graphs, you can make lists, you can make a chart, you can do this lots of different ways. You can make one of those brain bubble things where you have a circle in the middle, which is like the main idea, and then you have other circles coming out of it. You can do this lots of ways. So lots of ideas for Harry Potter. Example, theme of Harry Potter. Themes in Harry Potter. Okay, so what are some themes of Harry Potter? Never give up. Friendship is important. Good will triumph over evil. Okay, we have a couple ideas here, right? We're just kind of making a list, a bullet pointed list here of potential themes of Harry Potter. So you list as many as you would like. It really doesn't matter how many you put. You just want at least a few ideas when you brainstorm. Okay. Then C is to choose and plan. So from your list of ideas, choose one to write about and plan an essay. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to switch to another screen to show you. I'll scroll down to show you how to do this. But so the example here is that maybe I'm going to choose never give up. So from my list here, I'm going to choose one. Never give up. Okay. But now I have to plan. And to plan, that means to plan multiple paragraphs. Plan multiple paragraphs with evidence that supports your idea. Okay, so this takes a little bit more time. So you would want to insert a T-chart here, but we're going to have multiple ones. Okay, so I'm going to say see below here because I need more room to show you an example of this. I'm going to scroll all the way down and show you how to plan this. You don't have to copy this part down, but this is good for your reference. So we're going to have two paragraphs here. First, you're going to write a thesis sentence. A thesis sentence, when you're planning, is essentially what your whole point is here. Using the keywords from the prompt and what you chose in your brainstorm section, you're going to write those two things down here and your reasons why. So you're going to say the theme of Harry Potter is never give up because, okay, now give two reasons why that's the theme of Harry Potter. Because Harry never gives up and Dumbledore, I don't know how to spell his name, never gives up. Good enough. Okay. Now you have two paragraphs that you're going to plan, not just one. Normally we plan one paragraph, but because this is an essay, we're planning two paragraphs. So big idea and tell me more. You got to do two of them. Okay. Your big idea for the first paragraph is the theme of Harry Potter is never give up because Harry never gives up. Then your big idea for the second one is the theme of Harry Potter is never give up because Dumbledore never gives up, period. Okay, so just be aware here that we're planning two paragraphs for the same idea. Your tell me more for this are going to be quotes. In this case, if you have the book in front of you, I'm going to just remember things from the movies because I don't have the book in front of me. So quotes from the book that show that Harry doesn't give up. So a time that Harry didn't give up was when he was fighting the dragon in Goblet of Fire. He was starting to fail and getting close to being burnt alive. And then he remembered a spell and remembered to Accio his broom or summon his broom. So he was fighting the dragon and remembered to Accio his broom. Okay, remember this is not the actual quote. I would actually use the quotes, right? You need to actually find the quote. This is totally just from my memory. That is not accurate. You need to actually use quotes and page numbers normally, okay? So then I would find another quote of a time that he showed he never gave up, okay? Page number. Same thing down here for Dumbledore. Quote, quote, page number, quote, quote, page number. Okay, this is a plan. If you have more than two paragraphs, which you might in certain paragraphs or certain essays, you might have more than two paragraphs. You would just add another one and have another reason. So you might have another, like have another character that shows never giving up. Okay. So this is planning. Planning takes a little bit of time, right? Because you have to find all your evidence. Okay. So I'm going to scroll back up now. So that's what we just did. C was choose from your list and plan. So we showed how we plan two paragraphs here. Okay. So you need quotes. Choose 2 reasons. I'm going to say your big ideas are 2 reasons to support the theme, and then find quotes for each. All right. Then D is to draft. This is to actually write. This would be a rough draft of your essay. Rough draft your essay. Now, what this looks like is a little different than your paragraphs, because you have to have an introduction. So you have an introduction where you introduce the story. So Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling is a good book. It has many good themes. The theme of Harry Potter is never give up, because Harry and Dumbledore never give up. Okay, so this is a little introduction. In your introduction, you have some sort of introduction of the book or the topic you're talking about. You have something else you say about it, like a little summary of it, and then you have your thesis statement that you already planned. Then you have the first body paragraph. This would be what you plan below. So you would write what you planned below. Write the first paragraph that you planned. And then body paragraph 2, you write the second paragraph that you planned. Okay, I'm not going to write out the whole essay right now, but you get the gist. So this plan down here then becomes a paragraph, and then this one becomes a second paragraph. Then the final thing is for you to conclude, where you restate the main points from your essay, from your paragraphs, and restate the thesis. Okay. All right. E means to edit. Okay. So this is kind of self-explanatory. You go through your draft and fix mistakes and add details. I don't really need to give you an example of that one. And then F, finalize, is to rewrite a final draft. The edit stage would be a good time to meet with a teacher or a tutor for help. You really have to have a rough draft done first before you can really meet with anybody to help you on it. Okay, so that was a very quick rundown of the ABCDEFs of essay writing.